Hello everybody, Sam Pardee here, and I'm going to be doing a little spotlight on our new free captain for this month, Jason of the Argonauts. He says every 4 turns you add a co-captain, which basically means that every 4 turns you add a new captain to your roster, so you can ultimately end up with, a bunch of captains overall and have some really powerful stuff going on because, not only are you Geppetto, but you get the bonuses of King Arthur as well, or, Princess Animal plus Geppetto, so your animals are toys also. So you get to sort of combine a lot of cool synergies, and he's really fun. So let's give it a go. All right. When I play as Jason, what I like to do is take early game cards that make me stronger because after time, every 4 turns you get to add a co-captain, so over time you get more and more powerful. So I want to make sure that I don't get into a spot where something bad happens in the early game. So to that end, normally I love to take a card like Thorn because it's sort of an investment in the long term. Your characters get +1 attack for the rest of the game in your shop, so you'll find more and more powerful characters over time. But on Jason, I'm going to go with Baby Dragon just because it has the best initial stats. And then yeah, let's back it up with a Pix. That should be good enough to win a lot of early game fights, I think. And yep, just like we drew it up, easily beat that Geppetto in the early game. So now, I like Gingerbread House a lot, although I don't love it with Pix, because Pix actually makes it so that the Gingerbread House's farewell doesn't go off quite as often. So I think I'm going to go with Underdog, because it's pretty likely that it'll be attacking something with a smaller slot than it. So it'll be pretty likely to get the bonus. And I'll put it here in slot 1. And then I'll just take Flying Monkey as my good stats character. And yeah, this should be good enough stats to hopefully take on a Chucky. Ooh, they sniped me. They sniped my back row, so it looks like we're actually going to lose this fight, but we only lost half a heart because we only lost by 2, so that's good. All right, so we have Cowardly Lion, who's strong with picks. It's a good little boost to his survivability, so we'd be more likely to finish his quest. We also have Pan's Shadow that would boost our picks, but I'm gonna go Cowardly Lion. I think I'm gonna try to pick up that quest. Ooh, so we have Pumpkin Spice Latte, which is awesome. Gives us, just heals that heart that we lost, that half heart, immediately, and gives us a new shop. Jack Frost would also be really nice to combine with our Cowardly Lion. Give us, two health buffs on him, so he'd be very likely to survive. But I just can't pass up the free value of the Pumpkin Spice Latte. All right, then we got a Silver Baby Dragon, so that's great. Ooh, all right. I think I'll go with a gold baby dragon here. That'll put us up to treasure hoard 2 on him and be our first treasure. So he's currently displaying as a 4/5, but he's gonna be a 6/7 when all is said and done, depending on the treasure. The treasure might also buff him. All right. The gold ring would give him +3/+3. Ooh, magic acorn sounds pretty nice though. We have this Pix, so we'll be applying it to all of our slots, and then we can move Pix now to this slot and still have its buff apply to Underdog. So let's see what we got. Ooh, Santa Claus who made an unfortunate number of toys. That is a lot. We're actually gonna win or gonna tie anyway, and we finished our Cowardly Lion, so that didn't go too bad. And we got Professor Who's Who as our first new crewmate aboard the Argonaut. So that's pretty great. We're gonna get a bunch of free spells. This wouldn't have started until turn 3 anyway, so we're only gonna sort of miss 1 shop's worth of spells. So that's fine. I'm quite happy with that. Now for our treasure choice, we have Tiger's Paw, Warp Drive Engine, and Leftover Pieces. We're not really doing Leftover Pieces stuff right now. We have no toys. And this captain doesn't have much to do with toys. If we'd gotten into Geppetto here, maybe we take Leftover Pieces and try to move into toys. But I think I'm just going to go with Tiger's Paw because it's, generically pretty powerful and it's pretty fun too. And I'm going to move Baby Dragon now into slot 1 because now we want slot 1 to be something nice and strong so it can hunt a lot. This shop has some okay options. I don't think we have quite enough animals to do Foul Lich, which also kind of means we don't have enough animals to do Baby Bear. I think Baby Bear is a little stronger than Foul Lich if you only have a few animals. I guess actually we could just replace this Pix and take Foul Lich, and then we'd have 4 animals. That's pretty good. All right, I'll actually do that. I think that sounds good. Fey Familiar. That's going to be nice with our Professor Who's Who. Not currently an animal, but stay tuned on that one. That might be changing soon. So I'll just grab Fey Familiar, and I think this underdog has outlived its usefulness. So here we go. So yeah, our baby dragon got its hunt ability, so that's great. Then our animals are getting KO'd to buff up our Foul Lich, but our Fey Familiar didn't attack. There it goes. Maybe I missed it and it did attack. Anyway, that was nice. We won the fight. We actually got 2 hunts on the baby dragon slot, so that slot is getting nice and beefy. And now we have dash, which is good, but again, like I said, I like to take things that are high impact immediately when you're on Jason because you have the long game so well covered. So we could take dash, and he'll give us a benefit for the future. Tin Man would be good if we were getting a little more beat up, but we're currently still on 3 hearts, so I'm not super into that. So I'll just take the Silver Flying Monkey, get a new shop, get a redo. We're not super close on the Ship Shape Inspector, but Fairy Dragon actually is pretty decent. We have 2 treasures already. We have the Magic Acorn, and I think I'm going to go ahead and replace our Flying Monkey. It's a little bit weird because now we have this sort of Foul Lich with not a lot of animals, but that's fine. All right, Fairy Dragon Silver sounds great, and Boon Willow is awesome with the Magic Acorn, so we'll do that. Got some pretty nice slot buffs going now. All right. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna win this fight pretty handily with 4 characters left, so that would have been full heart damage there. I think our opponent was already at half a heart. So this is our Shop of Spells from Professor Who's Who. I think I'll just go Greed on Boon Willow. I think Boon Willow is the most likely character on my board right now to stick around sort of long term, so I want to just buff it up while we can. Couple of intriguing options here. Goodie Bag would be pretty sweet in this buffed up slot and with these 2 supports. So, it may only look like a 1/1, but it's going to get +14/+14 from the slot. This is giving +4/+4, and this is currently giving +2/+2. So it'll be a 21/21. So yeah, I think I like that. The other option is to True Love's Kiss something, but both of my highest rarity characters are ones that I really like right now, so I don't really want to move on from them. So I'll just go Goodie Bag and put it there. That should be really strong. And then this is not a great shop, so I think I'll just take the spell. I don't really want any of these characters. I'll just go ahead and put that on the Goodie Bag. Oh yeah, Goodie Bag's gonna hunt, increase our slot buff. The only problem is it might not fare well. It's nice to get it to fare well because it sort of stacks up its bonuses every time you summon the same character. It's really nice, but we'll take winning a fight. That's fine. Can't complain too much. All right, I'm going to do something a bit weird here, which I think I'm going to take Cheshire Cat to replace this Fey Familiar. Not that Cheshire Cat's particularly good on our board. We have no animals to speak of, but it'll provide us with an epic character if we do hit a True Love's Kiss, and the Fey Familiar is not doing too much for us at the moment anyway. Ooh. All right, Scarecrow can replace Baby Dragon, and we can start working on that quest. So we didn't get much stronger that turn, but we were pretty strong already, so I think we should be okay. Looks like we're gonna win this fight pretty easily. Ooh, and we've added the Electrake to our crew. So our treasure buffs are +1/+1, which means now Tiger's Paw gives +5/+5. Doesn't have any effect on Magic Acorn. So we can definitely use some more treasures. We'll be on the lookout for that. We have the Scarecrow ticking down, so we'll get one eventually. For our free spell off of Who's Who, I think I will go with Lost in the Woods. Just get another shop. The other option, I think, is you meet in a tavern. We could get another epic character, but I think just a new shop is going to be where we want to go. Okay, so Sunflary is more of a stat buff than both of our current back row support characters. So I think I will go ahead and replace the Fairy Dragon with it. Here's a Scarecrow Silver. That's nice. We're going to try and finish this quest this turn. We'll take the Underdog Silver towards that goal. Ooh, Jasmine Dragon I think is going to be quite a bit better than Cheshire Cat, and we've already, we know we're getting a treasure pretty soon. We might get more than one. Like, for example, flipping this underdog will give us a treasure right away, which will then, that'll be one tick down on the Scarecrow, and then the treasure will be the second. So we'll also get the Scarecrow's treasure, and we'll get a bonus shop from the Jasmine Dragon. We're really going off now. I'll grab Masterwork Scroll. That's great. Buffs from spells give an additional +3/+3. Works really nice with the Electrake and Professor Who's Who. So we're sort of getting those synergies of captains going like I was talking about. All right. I love Loki's Scepter, but we have 0 mages, so I don't think that's what we're going to be doing. But Dragon's Crown is starting to get good. We're up to 4 treasures now. Maybe we'll find some more. Ooh, Pisces. That is nice. So that is our buffs from Fae give +2/+2 extra for the rest of the game. So the Sunflurry will +9/9. It doesn't actually impact Boon Willow's current buff, but if we find another Boon Willow, the recruit bonus will be up to +4/+4. So that'll be really nice as well. I think this is going to be, it's going to be smaller than the Scarecrow, so I'll just not put it on my board. And here we go. Got our hunt with goodie bag. Yeah, this is going sweet. Perfect, and our goodie bag got to farewell, so now if we ever see that Jack in the Box, it'll be massive. All right, Conan seems like a great thing to pick up here. Give us a little quest, and I think I'm even going to put it in slot 1, even though that means we're missing out a little bit on this goodie bag, being as big as it could possibly be, but I want to get this Conan quest, get a move on with that. Not a lot great here. I'll just take Sugar Plum Fairy and give my shop +3/+3 for the rest of the game, and that's up from +1/+1 because we took the Pisces. Okay, yeah, this looks like we should be able to take this one down. Conan unfortunately got KO'd on his first attack because he ran into G-Man, but that's fine. All right, now I'm putting greed on Goodie Bag because I think that one's pretty likely to stick around. The Fairy Queen. We're nearly done with her quest. She could replace Jasmine Dragon, because this stats right here are not reflecting the fact that she'll get +9/+9 from this and +2/+2 from this. So +11/11 total. So I think drafting her will immediately get her over 100. Yeah, I was right about that. We'll take a Silver Cowardly Lion, Silver Cheshire Cat. All right, well, as much as I hate to abandon a Herc in his time of need, I think a secret rare is just going to be too juicy to pass up. Oh, and it's Echoing Fae. That actually has the possibility to be really strong, because with Goodie Bag, it summons a character and then it gives it a big buff, and Echoing Fae will see that happen and also give itself a big buff. So that is great. Yeah, look at that. Like just one turn, our Echoing Fae got around +50/+50. All right, so we have Sword of Light and Shadow doesn't do much for us because none of our characters are villains or heroes. Big Brass Cannonballs is pretty good and pretty great with Echoing Fae, so I think that's my front runner. And Mercy Sword of Maximus is good, but I think I'll go Big Brass Cannonballs here. And then Cowardly Lion gives us another treasure. I think it should be probably just the Lich King's Heart. Ooh, Genie of the Lamp is really fun, but I think we're a little late in the game to get going on that. This Jack in the Box is huge because it's been goodie bagged already, so that's great. I think we can replace this Boon Willow. It's only giving +2/+2. We didn't find much more to buff these back slots, so I think it's fine to move on from that. And it lets us hide our Echoing Fae in the back now, which is kind of nice because we want to make sure the goodie bag gets KO'd before the Echoing Fae does, so hopefully that'll work out. Looks like it will, although our goodie bag might even not get KO'd this game. Oh, there we go. It got it at the last minute, and we got a big buff on the Echoing Fae. And that's a first place. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. That was just a quick glimpse into some gameplay with Jason of the Argonauts, and we'll see you all later.